How is everyone doing today? Farmer Mike here, and welcome back to another episode of New Beginnings. We are on episode 18, and it has been a week since I went out to Nebraska to buy this case front end loader that's behind me. So what I've been doing this past week it has been working a little bit on the house, as well as loading up all the bales of hay and loading onto a trailer and hauling it off to sell. I know that I said I was planning on keeping some for food for the farm animals that we'll be getting in the near future, but I'm not too worried about saving any right now, as my wife and I have a lot of land that we can cut grass and turn into hay when we need to. So I did decide to sell it all. Also, I have conjured up a little bit of construction work that will be starting tomorrow. So what I got to do today is finish loading up those last 2 bales of hay onto the trailer, hauling them off to sell, and then tomorrow we'll be starting to do some construction work. So I'll tell you all more about that as soon as we get done getting this hay all loaded up and sold. So, without further ado, I'm going to get this hay loaded up. So, you'll also notice the potato has started to grow. Started sprouting up this past week. So at some point I need to put some more fertilizer on it. So there is a couple in town that found out that I was pretty much the only construction company left in the area. So they contacted me. Well, this last bale is not going to cooperate. They contacted me and wanting me to come do some work at their house. So what they want done is out behind their house is they want to have a I guess you could say homemade pond made. So I'm going to go over there and dig them out a pond. It's not going to be overly huge or anything like that. So that's going to require me to use the excavator, bulldozer, and a dump truck to get the pond dug out and shaped. So, I'm excited about getting going on that. I've been anxiously, patiently waiting to get some construction going. So as far as this case goes, it was definitely worth the purchase and the trip out to Nebraska to get it. It's been running very well, and I'm very impressed with it. No regrets at all. So, I'm going to haul this out to town, to the place that's buying hay, and I'm going to call it a day as far as any farming stuff goes. I'll probably go work a little bit more on the house. And then tomorrow, I'm going to start doing some construction, building a pond. Well, good morning. Today's the day we're going to build a pond. I'm going to come over here, fire up the Mac, and probably load the dozer, come back and get the excavator, come back and get the dump truck. I am going to need a front end loader too, so I'm going to have to go bring that down. And so the last thing I'll get is probably the front end loader, and then I'll come back and get the dump truck and leave the tractor trailer truck in a little bit here. So yeah. So we made a killing on the hay as far as what we got sold it for. Hay in the area is kind of in high demand. And the people that are buying it, or the companies that are buying it for top dollar. So we made out really, really well. We had a lot of hay. Like I said, that's one of the things I've been working on for the past week. And it took most of the week picking away at that field, getting it all loaded up and sold. So we're happy about that. That adds some relief to our financial situation. We are not debt free, I guess you could say. But we paid off all the loans that we have or had. So we owe no money on any loans. So we're able to have a little wiggle room as far as any money that we make. We don't have to worry about putting it towards any loans right now, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to keep lugging equipment down to the job site, and then once that is all said and done, I will see you all down there when we are ready to start getting the pond dug. So I decided I'm only going to bring down the bulldozer and the excavator for right now. I was going to bring all the equipment that I needed down, but for the sake of lack of space, I guess you could say, I'm only going to bring down the equipment that I'm going to need first. And as I need other equipment, I'll either take something back that I don't need and get something else that I do need. Just because there's not a ton of space, and it's easier for me to not have to work around a bunch of equipment. Uh, so, dozer's already down here. I just ran up and grabbed the excavator. I brought both buckets, just in case I may need one or the other. I'm going to probably try to use the bigger bucket, the one that's more or less used for softer material, doing ditches and stuff like that, the one that doesn't have any teeth on it. I'm going to try to use that as much as I can. It should work. Getting the topsoil dug down, but if we run into anything a little bit some rocky material or anything a little bit stiffer, I might have to switch to the bucket with teeth. So this house to the right, I don't know if you remember or not, when I worked for Paul doing construction, we plowed this driveway in this past winter. So this is the place that we'll be digging a pond. Nobody's home right now. I think they're all working, but I've already talked to them, obviously, and to know where the pond's where they want the pond to be and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload this excavator, and we're gonna get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the dozer to scrape the topsoil off down a little bit, and I'm going to go around basically the perimeter of where the pond will be, kind of outlining the shape of the pond, and then I'll switch over to the excavator to start getting the pond dug down. It's not going to be maybe 4 or 5 feet deep, so not too crazy deep. So I just want to get topsoil knocked down. Get rid of some of these bushes. We're bringing up some rock, which is not a good sign, but actually I'm gonna push this out of the way here. Alright, so we kind of got the shape of the pond. Now I just gotta start getting it all dug. So I'm hoping that what bit of rock that I did dig up from the topsoil tells me that they don't have a good layer of topsoil. I'm assuming it wasn't loomed when this area was used or when they moved here. So I'm assuming it was just left the way it was. Nobody actually built them an actual lawn with loom. So there's not a very good layer of topsoil, or else I wouldn't have been scraping up the rock that I scraped up. Alright, let's go ahead and get some digging done. Like I said, I'm going to try to use this bucket as much as I can. But if I have to switch to the other bucket, then at least I have it here to switch to. Once I get the depth that I need in this corner, that's where I'm gonna base the rest of the digging off from. I'm just gonna find that happy depth. They said around 4 or 5 feet, but that's not gonna be from the shore, so like probably 2 or 3 feet from the shore, and then drop it down to 4 or 5 towards the middle. So we are just about done with the digging of the pond. I've hauled off most of the dirt that I've dug up, except for that little pile there. It's got a couple more scoops. And then I am going to haul down some river rock to line the bottom of the pond with, and that will complete the pond job. So, I'm going to get this last bit of dirt cleaned up here. Haul it up to the gravel pit. And then bring down however many loads of river rock that it will take to line the bottom of that pond up. So you're probably wondering where this white dump truck came from and why I have it. So I was on my way back to the gravel pit from the job site with the Mac dump truck. I just got done dumping some river stone at the pond, and I was headed back here, and the truck started making funny noises and wasn't acting right. It wasn't even driving like it was supposed to. So I wasn't very far from where my wife and I live. So instead of trying to drive it all the way back here or whatever, I just drove right straight to the house and went down to the old reliable dealership that I do a lot of business with. They have a lot of variety of equipment. They lease stuff, sell stuff, rent stuff, you name it. So I went down there and I'm like, please tell me you guys have a dump truck for rent, lease. I mean, I told them I was even willing at this point to buy something if I had to, because I'm in the middle of a job site, or I'm in the middle of a job, and I need I got earth to move, and I need something to move it with. So luckily they had this international for rent. So I am renting it for the time being until I can figure out what's going on with my dump truck. Hopefully it's nothing major. I'm going to have somebody that's knows what they're doing mechanically to take a look at it. And hopefully it won't be nothing too serious. So I've already taken several loads of river rock down. I did that with the Mack truck before it decided to kind of break down on me. So this is the first load of river rock that I'll be taking down with the with this International, and it should be it will be the last load actually. So I'll see you all down there. So that will be the last load. I'm going to take the excavator and kind of spread it around, and then use a bulldozer to kind of flatten it out, smooth it out. And that will do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that. And I will show you all the finished product momentarily. Well, there it is, the finished product. All the river rock nicely spread out and smoothened. All this, what you're seeing right here, this brownish, dingy grass is from the dirt that I dug out, and it kind of flattened the lawn a little bit, so it's a little mixture of dirt and the grass still. But I couldn't, some of it I couldn't get cleaned up, so you'll see that around the perimeter. No damage really to the lawn. Homeowners are fine. They said they'll just throw some grass seed on it, and I said, well, I told them that I would go get some and do it myself, seeing as how I'm the one that is responsible for the lawn having some dirt mixed in and whatnot. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's just a few spots around the pond that are flattened and dirtier looking than the rest. So they said, oh, we'll throw some seed on it. I said, well, let me cover the cost of the seed, and we should be all squared away that way. So it came out really good. They're all, homeowners are happy with it. Now we just gotta let nature take its course. Fill it, they want it to fill up as much as it can naturally with rainwater. They may help it along with some water from their well, but yeah, that's it. I gotta finish loading up the dozer and the excavator. Front end loader's already hauled off. Got the flatbed down here. So I'm hoping the Mack dump truck isn't gonna be too long getting fixed. I gotta call tomorrow and arrange something to get it looked at. And also, the wife and I should be able to move into our new house in the next few weeks. I don't have a lot going on work-wise for the next week or two. I'm trying to work on getting some more construction jobs lined up. So hopefully word of mouth and advertising will get me going. But I'm going to take the opportunity of not having a lot going on to finish the house. It should only take another week or two to get it finished up enough so we can move into it. So that's going to do it for me today. Hope you all enjoyed. Come again for the next episode. And please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.